Gives me a good look at it. What was the problem?
All bunch of notes all through. We're getting squeaky friction noises. I can't even tell you how many had popped in. See, first I had trouble practicing because I was aching and I'm trying to dig into the instrument to get a legato. And if I lightened up my touch, I lost notes. And then I said, I got to start examining note to note, detail. That's the only way I know. So I did what any technician would do. I listened carefully between notes. But it was all over the keyboard, the irregularities suddenly. Like squeak, I'm going to close that door.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Like GAB was a big one. GAB, treble G, to A, to B, to C, to, oh my God. That's when you play on lousy pianos, you get that feeling, but they're all out of regulation and they're all goofy. I mean, like Irma's piano that you had once been up there, that awful upright she had was full of landmines, and I told her I wasn't going to teach on it. It was so bad. That's when I shipped the Baldwin up there. I'm wondering, when you pull that action in and out, does the dust start scrambling? Does debris start
Yeah, that happens.
I mean, as finite as it is, does it sort of resettle in different places and affect the action?
It does.
I mean, it's almost frightening that the piano is so vulnerable. I mean, you have a violin, you don't have that. You have a violin, you have a sound post, you have a bunch of strings.
Piano's a complicated mechanism.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible what can happen. Hey, look at all this dust.
This is all dust.
Look at this.
Should
I be wiping it?
If you have a vacuum cleaner
I do.
with a hose,
I do. What should I do?
Just vacuum it up.
Wait, should I use the attachment?
Yeah, do you have a crevice tool?
I have really a good vacuum cleaner. This is powerful.
Yeah, that's good.
Was this?
Use that, yeah. Use that.
Because who knows?
No, use it directly on the hose.
Oh, directly like that?
Directly. Take those sticks off. Take the extensions off and use it directly on the hose.
You mean this?
Yeah. Now put the crevice tool in there.
All right. So what am I gonna do?
You just
Wherever I see.
that's exactly the vacuum cleaner I have.
This is powerful.
No, take the crevice tool.
Oh, the one I had before?
Yeah, the one you had before. Put it directly on there.
Okay. And now, I want to make sure I don't do something stupid.
Yeah.
Now, what am I going to do?
Just
Tell me.
just vacuum up all this garbage here.
Oh,
all this
okay.
dust right here.
All right. Here we go. What about along that green stuff there? Anything over there? This thing is very powerful.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
I
It's
have one
great.
of those.
It's fabulous.
That's what I use. That's what I use in my shop. I have something else that I can road with me, but I use that in my. It's 4 horsepower.
Is this the stack? Is this called
Yeah,
the stack?
that's the stack. Yeah, or the top action.
The top action.
Yeah, that's
Oh, the bottom is that. So it has to match up.
Yeah, it has, I mean everything.
So if it doesn't match up, you could get all this garbage.
Yeah, well,
going.
basically what happens is if it's not all the way down, it's not screwed all the way down, then you get lost motion. And the
That's
lost
what I was
motion, that's
getting.
what you were getting the lost motion, so that took away from your aftertouch, and that creates all kinds of.
Oh my God, it's like a cascade of problems.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
God.
That's in an action. Everything affects everything else mechanically, and
So does someone risk something by taking the action out? or-
no, you just need to be careful about putting it back together.
Yeah.
And the problem here is These are not the original screws.
They're not?
No,
Do you think Dale put in his own screws?
probably.
So they might have been missing?
No, probably the original screws may have been stripped. So he just put in slightly larger screws. But the problem is that keep screwing them farther down. And I don't want to strip them out because this is as far as I can. Oh, here's a loose one.
Oh, that could have done, what, is that right by where the GAB was? Where I was having all that?
Well, it's right in the middle here.
Yep, it was right in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
I
so
mean,
this-
frankly, there were a lot of notes that were squeaking away.
Well, the squeaking.
You know,
Yeah.
squeak, squeak, squeak. That kind of thing. Can you imagine you're playing, even a slow, movement?
It could have been catching on the back check over here. Now they're not catching on the back check. See, they're free. Might have been catching on the back
Yeah.
check. This one was very loose.
Oh, so that's right by the middle GAB kind of
Yeah,
area.
definitely.
I know, it was like having a percussion section of little kittens squeaking.
Uh-huh. Well, what are you gonna do?
Like I say, I wish I'd taken that piano technology. I wish I'd survived it. I just ruined a couple of hammers on Citizen for me.
Yeah, well,
I don't have that.
several.
It was elective. It was elective course
Yeah.
anyway.
It should be required.
It should be required.
It should
But
be
some
required,
people,
but
like
not-
Janet Smith, this really fine pianist, she did really well. Whoops. She did really well and ended up doing piano technology, fixing pianos.
Well, it should be required, but not on a practical. I mean, there's no reason for a piano technician, for a pianist to learn
To do
how
it
to file hammers.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah, but
We
there's
were
no-
filing hammers.
Yeah, but there's no reason for that. There's no reason to get it to it that way. I mean,
And I remember
have-
mine got smaller and smaller until there was no hammer left.
right. That's the danger.
That's what happened.
That's the danger.
So we were practicing.
But actually, Steinway artist.
You have to play softly, so you Right, I have to feel. I'm a feel player. I feel here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So hey, that came back. Well, because it's open, I can't tell it's open. So did all that go away? The squeaky stuff.
Sit down and
Yeah.
play for.
And I
sit down and
have to,
play
I
for a
have
while.
to close it because
Yeah.
I'm not used to hearing it open and
I'm
it's a
not gonna put this lid back.
Mhm.
Sit down and play for a
So,
while I do that.
so I'll have to quality control the, close it. I love that brilliant upper treble. We need that. Well, from this perspective, it's a wonderful piano.
Well, let's close the lid.
Yeah.
See if it sounds the. Stay here too. Okay.
Okay, so this is where the only thing I'm hearing a little more sound in that little area, but that's all right. I can tell. Yeah, there's no more friction.
Yeah.
It's amazing what magic has just occurred.
It's not magic. It's just.
Yeah, can you imagine my total traumatization when that was
I
that
can
down?
understand. Believe me, I can understand.
I mean, I know there are people worse than me that would hit the ceiling and piano.
Hey, look, you had a legitimate beef with it.
No, what I'm always afraid of is a tech will say she's like one of the crazy psychotic clients that's making it up. I don't want
No,
anyone of
no,
them.
no. You know.
Now just look how smooth I can play my legato and lighten my arms, and it's all there.
Just a matter of this much additional space. That's all it is. It doesn't take a lot. Doesn't take a lot of force. If there is any kind of space between
Yeah.
the key frame and the key bed, it doesn't take a lot of force to get that slap.
Right.
Doesn't-
Oh, the slab.
Yeah, the key frame slap doesn't take a lot of force. Just, I mean, look, I've not heard anything from you that's not reasonable.
Good.
Okay?
Good.
And so.
Because you probably had clients actually imagine things and
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't please them. I'm fairly easy to please